Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Astrology Chronicles. I'm Patty Campson, intuitive astrologer and crystal connoisseur. So happy to be here today on this beautiful Friday. Hot summer nights. I don't know where you are, but where I am, it is scorching. So we are definitely in summertime. We had the summer solstice last week. So we are in Cancer season. Cancer season. How is everybody doing? Is everybody doing good out there? It's kind of hard to see what's happening. I'm new to this YouTube, so I'm trying my best to get all of this clear. So if you want to say hi, let me know you're there. That would be fabulous. Hey, Kristen, good to see you. Thank you for joining. So July 2024. It is the energy is amazing. And we have lots to look forward to. So just know this summer is going to be very interesting. Tomorrow we have Saturn going retrograde, and we haven't even hit July yet. So Saturn, anytime the outer planets station and change direction, it's a very sensitive time. It's like things can slip through the cracks. Saturn is about goals and the foundation of life. It's about structure, responsibility. So anytime Saturn changes directions, things that are supposed to be clear and stable can get destabilized. It's not the whole time that it's retrograde. It's during this window of when it starts to shift direction. Things can become unstable. So Saturn in Pisces, Pisces is all about sometimes things not being clear. It's about really connecting with your inner spiritual soul work. So Saturn going retrograde in Pisces is saying, let's kind of stop. Let's look at the foundation of our spiritual awareness, our morality, our things that really connect us to our soul, what really brings us to our purpose in this lifetime. So that energy is starting. It's exact tomorrow that Saturn starts to go retrograde. And then on July 2nd, we have oh my goodness, I can't even read my writing. July 2nd, my goodness, Patty, we have, oh my gosh, Neptune. Oh my gosh, there we go. Neptune going retrograde. So just let me make sure, because with all this energy, yes, Neptune is going retrograde, the ruler of Pisces. So we have Saturn in Pisces going retrograde, and the ruler of Pisces, Neptune, going retrograde on July 2nd. So the mutable signs are going to be highly impacted by these transits, by this cosmic energy. So that's Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, Gemini. Those signs are going to be dealing with staying present, about having clarity with everything, not wanting to self-sabotage, not wanting to go into fantasy land. This time, especially in the next 10 days, staying present and taking action so that you are here in this time, and making sure that you are doing things to keep you present and in your physical body is really helpful. also during this time, because there is this Piscean energy along with Saturn, it's really about staying accountable. And so creating a structure. So, yes, you can get into your Pisces energy where you want to escape and you want to get into your fantasy world, but putting a timeline, putting boundaries on it, which Pisces also has work to do with that in regards to creating boundaries. So, creating boundaries to have a timeline when you want to meditate, when you want to have quiet time, when you don't want to take action, when you just want to be still and go within and really listen to your spiritual self. So that's how we're going to start July off, with movement. Again, another outer planet, Neptune, going retrograde, lots of things slipping through the cracks. And because in the United States, our election year is really starting to take off. We had the first big debate last night on Thursday. And with all this Neptunian energy, Neptune sometimes can be things that happen that are not clear, they are not true. They are fantasy, it's make believe. So being sure that you are having clarity first with yourself, and then what is really going on in this outside world. It's really about investigating and not taking things for face value, and doing your own research and making sure that you have the facts that can allow you to make the decisions you need in your life. So that is really important. What is happening, you guys? Did things stop? Am I not seeing? Are you guys out there? Hey, hey, hey. Just want to make sure I'm not just talking, and I want to make sure that if you have questions, I have a link that you can come up and ask questions. So that's very exciting. So let's see what's happening. Let's see what's going on. There we go. There we go. So that's a lot of energy this first week, this first 10 days that we go into July, a lot. So for those mutable signs, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, and Sagittarius, those are the signs that really need to pay attention, especially with the Pisces energy, about getting clarity, checking your compassion. Oh my goodness, so much going on. Spiritual awareness, looking at your boundaries, looking at how you self-sabotage. These are all the things that you can stop and do your inner work to make sure that you are in alignment with your soul, your mission, your goals. When Saturn goes retrograde in Pisces and Neptune goes retrograde in Pisces, the first couple of days of July. So that is what's happening. And then we have some aspects during the month that can create some quick change. One of them being on July 18th. Just know that that's an opportunity for things to shift and change. Things can happen out of the blue. Uranus is involved, and the sun. On the 21st, the sun will move into Leo. So it will become Leo season, and that fire will be activated. Mars and Pluto on that same day will be in a good aspect. So that is a powerful, powerful day, July 21st. It's fire. It's Mars and Pluto will connect at 0 degrees of their signs. Pluto will be in Aquarius and Mars will be in Leo. So amazing energy. around that time, which is exciting and really revs up the summer. And then we have a big aspect on July 22nd when the sun and Pluto are opposite. So that's a very high energy kind of, it can be combative on that day. So the 21st, the 22nd, high energy day. So just be aware of that. Mostly for the fixed sign, everybody will be impacted, but mostly for the fixed signs. So that is Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. So depending on where those fall in your chart, that's the area that will be activated. So I kind of give an example of, we are all impacted by this energy. It just depends on where it falls in your chart. Just like in the seasons of our physical world, we are in summer season. All of the United States, all of North America is impacted by summer season. But depending on where you live, either you're going to experience it a heat wave, you may experience a tropical storm. Depending on where you live, that's what you will be dealing with. So just like in the chart, these aspects are happening for everyone, but depending on where it falls in your chart, that's where it will be unfolding in your own personal timeline. So I wanted to definitely get that in, so like you had a better understanding of how astrology impacts everyone, but at certain aspects and at different times, it may impact you more stronger for you. So Sterling, you are an Aquarius with the Leo rising. So yes, the energies right now are impacting you immensely, because we have Pluto going back and forth from Capricorn to Aquarius, and then it's going to retrograde back into Capricorn. So that energy, there's a lot of shifts for the fixed signs, especially for the fixed signs who are at the end of those signs, at the end of the birthday. So Aquarius is in February, and Leo's in August, and Taurus is in May, and Scorpios in November. You all are being impacted the most by these aspects of Pluto moving back and forth from Aquarius to Capricorn, and then the cardinal signs, Libra, Aries, Cancer, Capricorn. Those signs, at the end of those signs, are being highly impacted. So the people who are at the end of Cancer, which is in July, the end of Capricorn, which is in January, the end of Aries, which is in April, and the end of Libra, which is in October. So yes, it's huge shifts and changes. Anywhere that Pluto is highly activated in your chart, that is where the biggest transformations will take place. Hey, Miss Erica, does Saturn and Neptune retrogrades affect all aspects of life or certain things in life more than another? So it depends on where it is in your chart. So if Saturn in Pisces, let's say, is in your 5th house, natally when you were born, then your 5th house things are going to be activated. So that means your 5th house represents how you express yourself. It represents, it's called the party house, because it represents how you express yourself. true love, entrepreneurial endeavors. It represents how you get out there and do you. It also represents children and being childlike. So those are the areas that will be activated in your chart if Saturn in Pisces is going retrograde in that area. Does that help? I'm just getting used to all these things. Eric, I wrote things down for you from earlier, but that's a good question. Perfect. So this summer is going to be, it's going to be a romantic summer. It's going to be a summer of change. It's going to be a summer of surprises. It's going to be a summer of making sure that you are not taking things for granted at first look. You are going to need to do the work to make sure that things are what they seem or what people say. Do not take people for what they tell you at first glance. Make sure that you are listening to your soul first, paying attention to your first reaction, to your gut reaction, and then going from there, because people may have a tendency not to be as truthful as you would like them to be. So stay awake, listen. This is really a time to listen. This is a time also to take action. Do not stay stagnant. Do not stay in one place. Do not act in fear and just get paralyzed. This is the time to take action. Keep things moving. Do not let grass grow underneath your feet. Keep moving. Keep it moving. Lots of good energy. Uranus is going to be involved. Uranus can really allow things to shift and change and elevate. So be hopeful, stay positive, stay in motion. We're going to have Cancer season, which is about nurturing yourself as well as others. It's about family and friends and staying connected and all of those things. So barbecues and just coming together with your heart friends and family and people. And then we move into Leo season, which is about hope, opening up your heart space, connecting with your childlike energy, being able to express yourself authentically. And that happens, the sun moves into Leo on July 21st this year at 12:44 a.m. on July 21st. So it's going into Leo early this year. Does anybody want to come up live with me and ask a question? You don't have to have your camera on. You can come up and just so we can have a conversation. I'm trying to look for, where is my link? I'm still learning all this stuff. Oh my goodness. So where is it? There we go. So let me know if somebody wants to come up. There is the link. I think I just put it on there for you to check that link and come up, and we can have a conversation specifically about what you want to share. Yes, Erica, come on up, girl. Let's have a conversation. I would love it. So just click that link and then I can bring you up. I'm so excited. Thank you, Erica. Thank you. I don't know if you can see the link. I hope you can. And just come on. I think she's here. Yes.
It worked.
It worked.
Yay!
Hey, beautiful. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. It is Friday. I am trying to stay cool. There we go. Let's let the coolness keep continuing. We both
Yes,
have, it looks like we're both in pink.
we are.
Love it, love it.
This is
So
one of
what
those.
questions do you have for me?
Well, so okay, I'm trying to do this before Jeremy gets here.
Okay.
Um, so with Libra, or not Libra, with what's going on in July and it going into Leo season, what's some things that like he could do to stay afloat with all this energy? Because he's going through like a custody battle. And that actually happens on July 25th.
So yes, the sun will go into, will already be in Leo season. And what sign is he?
He's a Leo.
Oh, he's a Leo.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, with all this Leo season, like I said, I mean, with all this Leo, with Pluto opposing Leo, especially now, and then it's going to retrograde back into, Capricorn. So it's almost going to feel like he's going to get a little break because it's been pretty intense. And it's going to retrograde back into Capricorn in August. So actually, oh, I'm sorry. It's going to retrograde back into Capricorn in September. So between July and August, it's intense because it's at 0 degrees Aquarius. I don't know when his birthday is, but it's about change and transformation and things really, it's really giving him an opportunity to make some big changes. But it's about being aware and knowing what his part is in this custody battle, and not just about winning. It's about, okay, how can this be a win-win for everybody, especially my child?
Okay.
And so it's
Actually,
about doing that work. But when Pluto is involved, it goes very deep. So if you are trying to get over, if you are trying to take shortcuts, if you are trying to do everything not to get at the truth, it will be a hard time. But if you are in a place of truth and having your heart in the right place, it's going to be work, but he can win.
okay. That's what I was feeling too. Personally. What about, so I'm a double Virgo. Mm-hmm. And I don't do well with Pluto anything. But I don't necessarily know where that is in my chart.
So the Virgos right now are like what I said at the top of the show. Saturn is in Pisces, so it's going to be opposite Virgo. And then Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, is in Pisces, which is opposite Virgo. So for the Virgo energies, it's really a time about trusting your intuition. It's about really getting clarity and not going into the minutia and about being right and about this making sense. This is about getting quiet and really listening to your intuition and start trusting it and taking action based on that instead of all the outside world and what is happening there. It's like, okay, let me shut out all the noise, which is really hard for Virgo. Let me shut out the noise so I can really listen and then start taking action. Start small so you can really build up that trust. So start small, like just about what I want for breakfast. Okay, my boyfriend wants whatever he wants, but you know what? I'm really feeling eggs. So this sounds so mundane, but to start with just something simple so it's not like life altering, and learning how to just trust what is important, that's how you really start to understand your intuitive language. Because we all have an intuitive language. It's about learning what that language is and how to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
So this July, it's about trusting your intuition, as well as being aware of how you communicate and how you share what you want to speak, how it comes across. Are people really hearing you, or do you really need to pay attention to how people listen and really speak to that instead of speaking to what's the word I want to use? Being aware of how people hear you, especially with your close and intimate relationships. Are you talking over them? Are you really speaking with them so they hear you? So being able to ask questions like, I know I just said this. What did you hear me say?
Mm-hmm.
And then listen to them and see what comes back to see if you guys are on the same page, instead of just assuming that just because you thought you were so clear about what you were saying, like, how can they not get that? Ask them, what did you just hear me say?
Okay.
Especially with all
in
this
general for Virgos.
What?
I said, I think that's just in general for Virgos.
Oh, sometimes, but with all this Pisces energy, Pisces has a tendency to blur the lines and blur the communication. So during this time, especially with Saturn and Pisces going retrograde and Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, going retrograde, making sure that we are double checking what we are sharing and what we are needing from our partners and our business partners and everyone, that we stop and ask for clarity. And people appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it helps to stop wasting time instead of just assuming. We're like, wait a minute, what'd you say? This is what I heard. Is that true? It's like, yes, it's true. Or, girl, no, that's not what I said. And it's like, oh, thank God I got it straight. So we can hone in on what really needs to be done.
Okay. Are there any
Yes.
questions that we're not asking that we should to prepare for this season?
Well, I just want people to really connect, especially when Leo season starts in July 21st and after, to really connect with the child within. Get out there with a child's mind. Enjoy, speak your heart. Be true to yourself. Enjoy yourself. Lighten up, let loose. We're all so serious. There's so much fear swirling. And we need to get back to that so that we can proliferate that for everyone. Because when people see you having that childlike spirit and enjoying life, then it can rub off and lighten other people up, which exponentially can shift and change so many things that need to be changed. We are not living in a world right now that is fun or pleasant or easy. But in our personal lives, we need to create that, because that's what helps shift and change the outer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Sterling, time to play.
So you know who that is, right?
No.
That's Kristen.
Oh, Kristen, Sterling, equine. I had no idea. I'm thinking it's
No.
Kristen.
It took me a minute to figure it out too. I was like, she's incognito.
That's okay. That's all right. We love it. We love it.
We do.
So, yes, this Cancer and Leo season for July, Yes, there are things that are going to be surprising and out of the blue. With the Saturn and Neptune, there's going to be boundaries that need to be clarified. You need to keep your boundaries. You need to make sure that you double check and triple check what people say to you, especially if you're making big decisions. Don't take everything at face value. Do not walk in fear. Walk in trust with your spirit, not with anybody else, with your own spirit, to make sure that you are in alignment with you, not with everybody else. You get in alignment with you, and then other people may get right next to you, but they're in alignment with their own soul. And as we are in alignment with our own souls together, it's like a herd. We are all in alignment with our own souls, but we're in the same rhythm, because there is no separation. We are together, but when we are more connected with ourselves, it just amplifies more love, more peace, more joy, and the fear leaves, because there's way too much fear out here right now.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Agreed.
Agreed. Okay, well, I appreciate you. I'm gonna jump. Is it okay to jump off?
Yes, thank you, Erica. So good seeing you. Mwah. So with that, you guys, I just wanted to come on here, do a live, let you know that I'm here. I will be here at least once a week. So get your questions ready. We will talk about all things astrology. I will have topics that we will discuss, especially hot topics about what's going on out there in the world. I look forward to that. There are so many things to discuss, so many things going on in the world that we can put a whole new spin to elevate it, to bring more compassion and love to it, and to just keep that in the ether and not lead with fear and not put more fear out there into the world. So with that, you guys, thank you for joining me tonight on YouTube, my second one. I will also be having guests. And I look forward to that and introducing you to some amazing people. So, with that, you guys have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you again next week. Bye.